Welcome back to PLD Disc Golf. I am the tournament director, Dalton Sackett, of the Greater Peoria Open, presented by Innova Disc Golf, powered by Power Grip. I was invited by Peyton to come and do my commentary duties for another year of the Greater Peoria Open. Glad to have him back. Thanks, Peyton.
Hey, I'm glad to be here, man. I'm so happy that I can help facilitate this channel and put it all on for you guys.
Yeah, Peyton does a great job of coming out there and filming or having some of his guys come out and film. It's definitely much appreciated. We got films for majority of the tour stops, so go back, watch some of those. Watch round one if you haven't watched it. Stay tuned for the final round of this one after this video.
Yep, as you guys saw on the front nine, we've got Andrew Wallen kind of shredding.
Oh yeah.
Kind of shredding. We have a couple other players keeping up as well too. So I think the winner of the event is going to be on this card. Don't know for sure who it's going to be, but I've got a pretty good indicator of who it will be. So meanwhile, we'll jump into the back nine here, starting with hole 10. And on the shorts layout, this is a pretty routine par 3, just throwing a 300-foot shot either to the right or left, find the biggest gap you like, and let the disc kind of skip on up to the rock wall.
Yeah, for sure. This actually used to be a hole on the original blue course before gold and black was even a thing.
Oh, nice. I did not know that. That's awesome. And it definitely plays as a, just a fun hole you got to score on. So Andrew throwing the less conventional, I think, just dead straight shot.
Yeah.
And he puts it 20 feet long. That's great.
Straight laser.
Yeah, laser beams. And then Blake throwing the line I prefer, which is the hyzer with overstable plastic out to the right. The problem is this late tree here. It's a big mulberry tree, and it creates a low ceiling. So you got to throw something that manages to keep underneath it. So a great line, a little shy. Caught a little bit of mulberries on the way in.
Actually, in 2019, when this was the Golds course that they used for Worlds, I played a practice round out here with Jennifer Allen, and she takes the hyzer route over all of the trees and lets it crash in front of the... Yeah.
Okay, I see that gap now.
Yeah.
So.
And she threw it and then turned around and said, "That's a fun gap. You ever take that?" And I'm like looking at my small baby arms. I'm like, yeah, no way. Lance having a...
In between discs here, but going to the forehand. Hey, you listened, Lance. Well done.
Forehand guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really hammers it through the straighter gap there. You can put it to the left.
Oh.
Left side gap. Oh,
Off
yeah.
the wall. So he's got himself a nice 20-footer, maybe.
Oh, yeah. That'll be good to enter the back nine with the bird. Just get a streak going. Oh.
Oh, lays it up a little short. A little roll away, but he's within 10 feet now.
This green gets notoriously funky, I will say. You hit cage here, and this just tiny gradual slope with the mulch just allows the disc to roll away. So,
yeah,
I don't fault him for it, but I mean, come on, he should be running it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No guts, no glory.
I got coverage coming here. Come on, want to see something exciting? All right, great bird there from Caleb. Andrew follows suit, keep a strong lead going. He can.
Yeah.
He's firing off on all cylinders.
Yeah, all gas, no brakes.
Yeah. That can get pretty dangerous, though, because when you get off the fairway here and you got no brakes, no self-check, oof, you can wreck yourself, man. All right. Yeah, just some cleanups here. Lance, last opportunity for a bird. He got it. All right. All right, so 3 birds, 1 par. Yeah, let's get some confidence.
The almost star frame.
Almost. That's all right. Out here, sometimes it can get to you.
Yeah. Shout out Power Grip for powering this entire event and my entire tour. Zach and Power Grip over in Bloomington have been a huge help to me, supplying player packs for everyone at all of these events. Much appreciated. Check them out if you're in the Bloomington area or online at powergrip.com.
Yeah, we're going to shift into another somewhat easy hole before we get into the challengers. 260-foot par 3. A lot of backhand turnovers for the righties. There are some forehands that get thrown too, but this is just kind of like a putter, slow midi. to either throw over stable, force over, or just kind of straight putter at it.
Just like that. And looking at the stats here, this is the easiest hole of this round. So
Yeah, that figures.
yeah,
It's the shortest hole on the course, right?
that is correct.
Yep.
Yeah, 50% of the field ended up birdieing this, so
Oh, yeah.
it's definitely the one you want to get.
A little forehand action here from Caleb. It's that tree right there, that eclipse. That's the one that you got to avoid, and you'll get yourself at least a circle one look.
Yeah, he's
Just not feeling himself. Not feeling himself this round. And that's all right.
it
We're there.
happens.
Yep,
He's still in contention for second place, which is a pretty big deal. So
for sure. A little backhand here from Lance, not taking my advice, but he fits the gap pretty well. Oh, another tree direction.
he's got a long putt.
Yeah.
And Blake rounding out the hole here.
What are you throwing on this hole, Dalton?
So I throw primarily Clash just because I like the feel of the disc, but I'm throwing their Cherry. It's kind of like their version of an Origin or Buzz SS,
Okay.
something straight to turnover, just so I can get that subtle drop near the basket.
And no hard turn like Blake's disc just did, and
Yeah.
throwing a crafty forehand roller
Oh,
and getting up and
perfect stop.
If the tree doesn't have your favor the first shot, it might have your favor the second
Yeah.
shot. So awesome deal. Well, that would be a pretty routine par cleanup there. No damage done. Let's see, a little crafty forehand
Oh,
right
yeah.
underneath the basket. Awesome. All right. Lance wants to keep the birdies going.
He's going to want this going into the next hole in a nasty spit out right side.
It was a little right, maybe 1 inch further in, and that definitely would have grabbed. And that's a
Yeah.
good bird there.
Andrew with another stick on the card.
You don't need any more, man. Slow down. Slow down for us human beings. All right, just some putting cleanups here. I don't know what he's doing, grabbing that flag. You think it's yours?
So they were the last card to play this hole, and so he had picked it up and brought it in, so that way I didn't have to go chasing after it later.
That's the mind of a TD right there, knowing the
Yeah.
obligations of the prizes and stuff helps keep things clean.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Pretty much every division, every course, they ended up picking up the flag the last card of the day, which definitely helps me out and not have to chase it down. Big shout out to Innova Disc Golf for sponsoring the entire Greater Peoria Open and the Greater Peoria Tour. Huge benefit to it. This is our second year in a row sponsoring the Greater Peoria Open, providing great player packs for all of the players. Definitely check them out if you are into their type of plastic.
Yeah, and it's a benefit to our viewers here as well, because I am doing a giveaway, a coverage giveaway, so you can find out how to get entered into that giveaway in the details below. But yeah, you're going to get a player's pack, which the items that I got were a Halo It, lighter weight, but awesome disc. I love the feel. We also have an Innova UV light and a mini chalk bag that can also be a disc golf mini, and a discount code Gravity Disc Golf. So you guys follow the entry in the description below as we watch some catch can reception of these tee shots. These players are just trying to put it, in the grand scheme of things, to the base of this hill to pitch up and then take the next or the last part of the fairway. So just some simple backhand hyzers will do.
Yeah, and that looks good right there at the base of the hill. It's pretty much what you want off the tee. You don't want to bite off more than you can chew or be on the hillside. This is pretty much the start of the gauntlet of the course.
Absolutely. Now, a player could get incredibly aggressive and try to get the eagle. I think it's definitely possible with some of the players here on this card, but it takes pumping a fast and semi-understable driver to get to the top of the hill. for again, another tough shot through the corridor. That's the final leg of the fairway. So this is just super simple for the bird. So you do what all of these players are doing, put it right in the open about 300 feet down the fairway, and then just pitch it up.
I do want to give a shout out to my friend that you saw behind the tee box there, standing next to me. He came out and supported just as a viewer here or spectator of the round. He's a casual player. He is on my bowling team. Clint, he is probably the best barbecuer I know. I'm hoping one day he gets his own food truck and I can have him out at the course.
Oh, dude, that would be, you'd be set. You'd be set. Make it happen. So running back through, so a great 3 direction for Lance. Andrew got caught a little bit early. He definitely would have liked to get his disc on over the crest of the hill, but he'll be able to at least kind of get partway down the next part of the fairway. And yeah, Blake overturning it's kind of a tough shot for sure to keep a disc going straight while throwing it this high uphill, if you will. It's a really tough angle to throw, and this looks to be a little too high, so it'll fade left for him.
And he's kind of like in the same place as Blake, just opposite side of the fairway. It's that something you want to like throw like a putter or some sort of stall shot that just leaves you in the middle.
Yeah. It's tough to have that self-control, though, because you know, like, hey, I can push for distance here, but you really have to challenge either the left side or the right side, and if you end up in the left side or right side, I mean, Blake's not even there, but he has a tough shot, because he's got to, not hit through in his follow-through, and he throws an excellent shot, once again, almost killing me.
Blake's got your number.
Yeah, he does. And he was chuckling right there. But yeah, it's tough. That second shot, definitely, you're thinking 100% just placement. And then this is the shot that counts too. Really, in the grand scheme of things, this hole comes down to your second and third shot. If you want to get the birdie, it's placing your second shot on a dime and then throwing an impeccable gap hit for your third shot. And yeah, it's a great throw there from Andrew. We might have missed his second shot. No, we didn't miss it.
No, we didn't miss it, yeah.
A little clear zone. I struggled to see it. It was
yeah, right, yeah.
But yeah, got to get crafty here. Anything in these trees here on the left side by the lattice fence, it is jail over there. So you just have to really trust something straight on Anheuser out to get where Caleb did.
And these guys are all like on circle's edge here, just trying to make their putt and get off this hole and onto the next daunting hole.
Oh yeah.
Great birdie there by Blake though. It's definitely a stroke you're going to get on a good portion of the field.
Yeah, he challenged himself with that previous shot and put a little long putt there on the green and closed out. That's the tough part here. As an amateur, I'm shaking in my boots if I have a long putt to actually score. And so I put too much pressure on myself and just leave it a little short or something. It just gets off. But yeah, great birds from Blake and Lance. And Caleb has a chance too. He's pretty close. So long as he keeps this up. A good straddle putt here. Be a confidence booster for the next few tough holes. Nice.
Okay. Yeah. 3 of the 4 getting birdies on what is known as one of the hardest holes in the world.
And hey, they got a stroke on Andrew.
They did, yeah, and they all got a stroke on Andrew.
But yeah, he didn't let any strokes bleed here, so that's the ultimate win, as you pointed out. Yeah. So long as you don't get a bogey here, you're doing great.
Yeah, and thanks to Rent-A-Center in Pekin, Illinois for sponsoring the event. Chris Knott's wife works there in management and was able to get them on as a supporter. So if you need anything from a Rent-A-Center, recommend the Pekin location.
Awesome. Yeah, another a par 4 sandwich between two tough par 5s. 13 on the shorts is also another breath of fresh air. The challenge here is making sure the disc lands right where the drone is now, and then making sure that you throw a nice or a hard shot at the slope here on the front side of the green. A lot of players end up leaving that shot low and getting OB in the water, or they place it a little too high and it skips to about circle 2's edge on the backside. So definitely the tougher shot is the second one here. But most players just challenging that little pine tree. If you can put it right there in the branches, you'll at least be able to get par. And Caleb sneaks through that. Prime example of what you're looking to do. Lance going with the backhand. See how this one shakes out. Good pull, little low.
Yeah. It's in the middle of the fairway at least, so now he can make that decision of laying up to the front of the pond or attacking full force over.
Yeah, if you're in line with that pine tree, usually you'll have a fighting chance to get over, but anytime you have to work your way around it, you push something way too wide, it just makes that aggressive second shot nearly impossible. Another Sagara, I think, here from Blake. Yeah, and that's exactly where you want to put the disc, is just underneath the pine tree. He does it just right.
And a rare sighting here of Andrew being back of the box.
Yeah. And on hole 13 of black, of all things, too, right? Getting closed out with birds on hole 12. That's pretty nice.
And he left it a little low there.
Yeah, so got a little bit of work to do for the next shot. They really want to push it.
Okay. Looks like he's pitching up to a better spot here for himself.
Good. I mean, he's reserved. Making a reserved shot, it's good. He just doesn't want to have too much problems like he did on the first half of the course. And wow.
Andrew going for it.
Nice.
Some gusto.
He crawls in. That's like 2 feet in from the OB stakes.
Okay. Because it looked questionable just from the footage, but...
Yep, I was standing there on the ground. I was standing there on the ground. I was like, I don't know if that's in.
Yeah.
And walked up after these guys threw their approach shots. So
It's
confirmed.
hard.
It's in.
Yeah, a little hard because the grass grows higher there. They don't really trim too much around the OB, but you never know when that water's going to be high or low.
Yeah, which is why those OB stakes are there. They provide a consistent place for the line to be. And that was exactly how you needed to throw it. So Blake threw what probably was like a 300-foot shot, but planted it at the base of the basket about 240 feet away. So it's stuck at the green, just the way you needed to do. A little high there, but good stick.
Nestled up perfect on that flat part.
Very nice. Good recovery there. Par for Caleb coming up. And a little high, but hot.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it curled up.
It's a putt. It's a scary putt, but...
Yeah, those comebackers, you have the disc kind of fades out on hyzer and then gets roller angle into the water. And what a putt from circle 2.
Whew.
That is a great bird, especially from the tee shot. Let's take a look at this in slow motion.
Big putting, everyone.
Oh, man.
See if it rattles any of their feathers. See if he can gain his stroke back from the previous hole.
We'll see. Here's one who's in contention for it. Okay. Oh, no,
Nope,
that's Caleb's par.
That was Caleb's par, yeah.
Andrew's rattling the cages.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How long you were looking? I was like, it's gone.
No, I want to wait for the disc to stop moving, but yeah, Lance razzing me for keeping the camera rolling on his approach shot. That's, hey, as a cameraman, you got to do what you got to do for the coverage, and if it means getting some flack from those who are throwing the shot, that's fine. I'm all for it. And that's a good putt, yeah.
Great putt to save that par.
Strong entry into the green. Honestly, this course becomes a lot simpler if your putting stroke within 40 feet is just rock solid. If you're confident you can hit metal within 40 feet, and more often than not, actually make it, this course gets significantly easier, but it is most difficult, obviously, from longs. And Blake, he's catching up.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Game On, out of Peoria, Illinois. They are a gaming company. They have a trailer full of different consoles. They do birthday parties or retirement parties, work parties, any party you need and you want to play video games with a bunch of friends or coworkers, hit them up and they'll drive out to you. Moving on to hole 14, though, this is actually the hardest hole of the day, averaging 1 stroke over par.
Wow.
Your first shot, you just kind of want to get around the corner and kind of lay yourself up where the drone is flying this whole straight path. But as you can see, there is a ton of skinny trees out there that play as guardians throughout the whole fairway.
You know what? And if Northwood Park can be summarized, especially black, is regardless of whether it's long pads or short pads, the struggle with these par 4s and 5s is not necessarily in the tee shot. It's in the latter half of the fairway that's shared between the layouts, which is unique, I think. That is definitely unique of courses in around the world. A lot of times these scoreable par 4s and 5s, it's just kind of like a tough tee shot, making sure they execute that well, and then you can invent your way up. No, out here, the struggle is on every single shot down the fairway. And Andrew, speaking of tee shots, Andrew left himself a little bit long, so he's going to be fighting his way up through this fairway.
Yeah, it doesn't come into play a lot, but there is OB on the other side of those bushes, so he's trying to flirt with it.
He was coming in hot, but not
yeah,
quite that hot.
yeah.
Not quite that hot.
Yeah. And Blake had an early release kicking left. Caleb with a pretty good shot here. See if Lance can match that.
Yeah, hard to justify a forehand here for this part. It looks a little early too, but he gets through. He'll invent something. Yep.
He's got those little cluster of trees right in front of his disc to conquer, but
yeah, this is one everyone challenges themselves to try to get around the corner, and Blake got through there on the second shot. That's good. But a lot of times, you know, some reservation, play the straight shots because it opens up the bends and allows you to play another straight shot instead of working some sort of flex or crafty shot. Andrew just kind of crossing the fairway, super common here. You either take a tree direction or something, and you're just going back and forth, zigzag down the fairway.
Lance making a big shot up the fairway with a backhand, which I would have thought he would have threw a forehand.
One would have thought.
Yeah.
It's all right. To each their own. You're in your own mind out here on the course when you're the one playing all by yourself. So, a nice placement shot there from Caleb.
Yeah.
That's some good work there.
Caleb looking like he's just trying to play for par and get off the hole.
Well, as you pointed it out, playing a whole stroke over, par plays birdie. So
yeah,
make it happen. Oh, definitely getting aggressive. I did some math out here, and from that, like just truly in the middle of that curve, where all the players are at right now, it's about 500 feet from there to the basket. So why not throw 2 straight 250-foot shots?
Yeah.
That's all that you need. And it's the amateur mindset. It's like, you know, if I throw even further, it's a shorter up shot. But you always end up getting yourself in a tough position. Just throw this twice. And that is incredible, Caleb. That's incredible. And he just gets to do a little short chipper for his par putt.
Yeah, exactly. Just dissect it to make the hole easier to you.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to try to bite off more than you can chew and potentially cause a downhill spiral of
absolutely
what could happen.
Yeah, so that was a little early there, but definitely good shape for Blake. And Andrew just trying to get crafty on the right-hand side, finds a gap. I get scared for my life because that was coming at me pretty quick. You know where you're in the line of sight when the disc doesn't really move in the frame, it just gets larger.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Kind of like this one. I'm like, oh,
whoa! Yeah, and I remember everybody getting excited down there for him, and then the first thing Blake said, that was for par.
Yeah, which is birdie, right?
Yeah.
So take it. And yeah, we got to run this one back. Just doesn't move off the line, nearly nicks that tree, but it catches the rightmost chains just enough.
Yeah.
It pulls itself in. Well, he's happy. He actually gets to just kind of lounge off to the side while everyone
Yeah.
else still struggles on the hole. So, well, not much struggle here when you're within 150 feet. So, we'll do some putter approaches. See if anyone can scare the chains like Blake did. Ooh, Lance wanted
Okay. Give it a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, I will say this green, if you run it hard, you always end up with some sort of, call it Gannon Burr, knee putt. It just, it gets right into those branches, and where I'm standing, you can see. It's just annoying.
You're like as far back as you can get without being in the woods.
Yeah. That's alright. A little pitch up there from Caleb. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just the little branches hanging in your eyesight. Alright. Not the worst score.
No.
The new par.
Yeah, he got the par, essentially. So he didn't technically lose much.
We got, I think, another par look here. Oh, sorry, a 5 look here for Caleb, and I think Lance as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
Closing out. Little funky. He got it. Look at that old
yeah.
wrist flip. Or flick. I like it. Good spinny putt. Ah, great pars there. Once again, getting a stroke on Andrew.
3 pars and a bogey. Not
Yeah.
bad. Not bad as a card as a whole either.
Definitely. So whole card playing a quarter stroke over par.
Yeah. OTB Discs out of California, sponsoring Greater Peoria Open in the Tour, donating CTP prizes for both of the Open and the Tour. So appreciate them a lot. I know Peyton has a good relationship with them as well. So go ahead, check them out online.
Yeah, and it's growing too. OTB will continue to be one of the top online retailers, in my opinion. And they always have a great selection. So this is my favorite hole, literally of the entire course. It's a gold hole too, so it's been around for years. It's just stood the test of time. No one's ever raised a chainsaw to this hole to try to change it up or anything. It's just great. It provides a unique challenge to all skill levels. And yeah, you can try to get aggressive. We've seen in coverage a few players have a putt for eagle too, so it's definitely got the ability for some lower scoring, but it can do this to some people.
Yeah.
OB lining up the left, the last thing you want is to end up going left. So
Yeah, right is your friend here.
yeah, a lot of players who throw the backhand want to throw something a little bit more understable. Getting a little bit overturned is okay, but you can still, if you do overturn it enough, get that cut roller, and it'll find its way back into the OB to the left. So it's a double frustration here. How do you throw the true disc that really doesn't turn all that much or fade to avoid this? Stop.
Oh no.
It did it.
That cut across the entire fairway almost.
Not almost, it certainly did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Caleb's not happy about that for sure.
See, this is where I would have thought again Lance would play a forehand.
Yeah, but
Make sure it plays safe. But he is safe still.
yeah, I mean, at our skill level, for sure, we have the tools in the toolbox to just put something out there. So a little MIDI here. This is the Origin, right?
Yep.
Origin from Andrew. Yeah, a little bit more understable than I would consider, but I mean, it's a great result. So yeah, that's just all that you're looking for. And this is an all too common place from both tees, longs and shorts. This little outcropping of OB catches a lot of players, so this forehand flex is very common. Just fit the biggest part of the gap and let the disc kind of fade into the green. And this looks high and right. A little direction there.
He's going to be in the weeds there, but he's got himself at least a shot to the basket.
Yeah. Caleb in the same spot. He puts his a little bit lower. Maybe some
Yeah.
ground play. Not too much.
He's Got himself a long look, circle 2.
Yeah, everyone here, though, is telling themselves par at worst. They really want to get the bird. This, just like a few of the other par 4s here on the shorts, is just 2 really simple approach-looking shots to cut the hole in half, and sometimes you just try to bite off more than you can chew.
Yeah.
So, getting caught up. This approach shot proving to be a little bit tougher than our players were expecting. A good shot there for Andrew, a little long, but he'll have a clean look for a bird. All right, some approaches here.
Oh,
wrist and
okay.
Great.
Calculated.
Everyone applauding the tree here.
Oh, okay. Gave it a run.
Sure. Yeah, and it's safe to run it from the left side with the upward slope. It catches all those putts that run long for an easy comeback. Blake, I want that gap.
Definitely has the focus.
Didn't get through the gap.
The tree did not have, or the disc did not have the focus, but he did.
Yep. It's one of those putts where, like, hey, if I hit this gap on this line, the disc is going in. I imagine that's what he's envisioning.
Yeah.
And he's like, the only thing I need to miss is that one tree on the right, and you just see it happen, and it happens. So, unfortunate bogey there, and that was a
Spit out there to the left for Andrew for his birdie.
little low. He probably wanted a little bit more confidence on that putt, but yeah, I could have gone in. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. And unfortunate bogey there for Caleb as well. All right, we'll clean these up. We're going to the last 3 holes of the second round. Once again, want to thank you guys so very much for coming and checking out the coverage. You guys can actually help me out immensely by hitting that subscribe button. And you can also help me out by checking out Underdog Sports. Paul Layton, the owner, is an incredible advocate for any and all sports in Central Illinois. Having a brick and mortar store in both Peoria and Springfield, they have helped out the tour so very much, and just disc golf in both Springfield and Peoria. So
Yeah, he's
awesome
one of the
work.
greatest people I've ever met in the disc golf community or in the sporting community as a whole. Paul and his staff do so much for the community and helping out any sport that they can, taking in used equipment and donating to kids' sports. So
Yes, so I go over there probably once every couple weeks.
Yeah.
There's always a good disc to find in the used section, so I gotta get my hands on some new DGA plastic whenever I can. Alright, we got Lance leaving his backhand a little low, which is safe. Usually if you put the disc lower, it has less chance to move left and right off the fairway, like this. Oh no.
late
Andrew
release. And
glancing to the right, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
That's-
as he was walking back, he told me that's not where you want to be. So
That can turn this
yeah.
hole into a bogey or even double bogey at best sometimes too. So we got a less conventional forehand line here, but this does kind of fit the fairway with something moderately overstable. Have a chance to fight back and
Yeah.
a little tree kiss.
I know a lot of people that actually throw the forehand off of here.
Okay.
They're able to shoot it straight down the tunnel of the hillside and into the front of the hillside of where the basket sits.
Yeah, for me, I think this mental challenge there is having the touch, if you will, to like throw. This needs to be like an overstable mid that has the ability to slow down enough to where it quiets down when it comes into the green. But you're throwing it like basket high the entire time. It never really gets out of control. Height-wise. So that's Andrew pitching out from way down deep. We nearly called a lost disc, but someone found it like within seconds of us calling it. So
Yeah.
that was a good deal.
I know after the second shot and he starts walking back up to the fairway, he was like, oh, it wasn't so bad to find. And I was like, we couldn't even see you. Like,
Oh yeah, and a great range shot. He's throwing that blue range on a few other approaches throughout the course. I like the way he throws that thing. Does a really great job. Just a couple approaches from him and Lance. Little forehand touch from Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb found the creek. It's very uncommon to find it, how far deep he was into it, but did end up finding it. Playing a little catch with the disc grabber there.
Yeah, this creek does fluctuate in height and volume, so he had to take his casual relief back of maybe like 20 feet, which made him do that a little approach shot. Usually, if you're in the water there, you've got kind of like a jump putt up to the basket. Closing out a bogey there. Andrew, not quite, showing the fire that he did at the first half of the course, but he's still recovering, doing okay.
He's still 6 under for the round, which is
excellent.
It's still incredible round so far.
Mm-hmm. And if it pans out, it's going to be well over 1,000 rated for sure. That's what a lot of amateurs are measuring now. Is as good as, hey, can I get that 1,000 rated round? I still am doing my own. I haven't gotten one yet. But yeah, just a little pitch up, clean up, moving on to another ace opportunity / birdie opportunity at hole 17.
Yeah, it's the last one of the round, really, to try to get. This is like the dessert of the meal.
Mm-hmm.
But Treasures of the Forest, they go around to as many disc golf courses as they can, finding unique pieces of the forest that they play in, the treasures, and then they turn them into epoxy mini. They donated CTP prizes for the Open and the Tour as well, so definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, and also shout out to Chris Knott's been really influential with getting sponsors and input from other groups in the Peoria area too. So Chris, if you're watching, appreciate you, man. Hole 17, everyone knows it, everyone sees it. Just avoid the left here early, and this casual creek here just plays as such. A lot of players are looking for any kind of putt at the basket if they make it through this initial gap. That was a good forehand there from Blake.
While it's on the tee, we have Catalyst Construction. They have supported the Greater Peoria Open for the last couple of years now.
Nice.
Jake Zimmerman, everybody that has watched PLD Disc Golf knows of Dane Zimmerman. That is his dad, and he works there. Able to get them to be a sponsor of the Greater Peoria Open for another year. Definitely appreciate that. Dane unfortunately had to miss the event for Junior Worlds, where, he placed 11th, his highest finish at Junior Worlds ever, so...
Well done, Dane. Well done.
Happy to see that.
Yeah. Not to gloss over some shots here. Caleb's going to have a little bit of work, but Lance and Blake are at least out there ready to make a putt. Andrew throwing a backhand turnover, looking good. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Right next to the bridge. That's a great place to be. Yeah. Well, good for Dane. I'll have something to talk about. I want to know about his Worlds experience. And also, Die to Self. Jim Fowler is the father of Carson Fowler, who is also another
Worlds,
popular PLD player. He also had a Worlds appearance, too. So,
yeah. He placed top 22, I believe, which is another great finish for these local boys.
Peoria representing. All right, Blake, get yourself a bird here, man.
Oh, we'll spit out left side though, so gave it a bid, just hit wrong side.
Yeah, I mean at 4 down for the round, he's shooting really well. We got Andrew there at 6 down, looking like it's going to be 7 down going into 18. Excited to see what this round finishes up with for them. So par there from Lance. He's had a bit of a rough round, but he's also just had some things that really haven't gone his way. And I would have been really excited to see things actually going his way, a couple different tree directions. But all in all, it's not too bad. You can definitely let it run away from you just like it can on longs if you don't keep yourself in a tight mental focus. So Lance shooting some even here on the back 9, doing pretty good. And Andrew moving to 7 down for the round.
What a butt.
All right. That's just nasty.
That one wasn't a joke.
Super nasty. And speak of Jim and Die to Self, here's his logo here, sponsoring the entire tour in GPO. He has been a tremendous help in donating CTP prizes for those that are playing in the events for each division as well. He also does disc dies for Power Grip, who is powering this entire event and tour. So if you ever want to check out any of his dies, you can check out his online page or go to Power Grip USA Retail in Bloomington.
Yeah, I love the stuff that he's got, man. It's always great to see someone with a passion for accessorizing in the sport of disc golf is really cool. So the dies are shaping up to be really great. So we got a tough finishing hole here. Once again, the harder of the shots is the second shot if you want to try to get that bird. Otherwise, a pretty simple par, but a lot of players are trying to place themselves right here in the grassy space at the base of the hill to give themselves just a straight but somewhat uphill shot to the green. And Andrew, a little early, gives himself kind of like, he likes the backhand turnover, especially up high too. It's going to give him the proper chance for a birdie look. But you could usually push it just a little bit further. But he's just doing some control here.
Oh. Yeah, he's getting flirty with those trees on the right.
Yeah, so he hits early. Looks like it's going to be either he can get aggressive and try to cut the corner. People who do that have usually like a 5% chance of success, but we'll see what Blake tries to work on the second shot. A forehand. This has the chance for those with power actually can skip off of the dry dirt and get up into the second leg. And that's just a tad bit early, but I mean it's a great result for the aggressive line. So that easily could just ricochet to the right, and then you're in no man's land.
Yeah, and taking a bogey at best at that point, it feels like.
Yeah, so yeah, I would love to see someone like the Chandler Kramer of the areas try to work this hole on the forehand. You want to place it right in that window and get that skip off of the front hillside. So nice little placement shot here. That's great from Caleb.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be?
Andrew and I are actually discussing what the best form of drying your hand is. He uses sawdust.
I completely glossed over. Guys, we are standing in like mid-90s right here.
Yeah.
The air is not moving, and it is sultry is the best word that I can find for this. It is humid. Like, I think it was 70%. 60 or 70% humidity, and so the heat index is like 105. So people are struggling for grip here. So maybe that's the reason for the early releases on Caleb's part. But yeah, it was a challenge for sure.
Could be. Heat index of 105. I think the lowest temperature we got all weekend was maybe 92.
It cooled off significantly day after day, so it was good though. But turnover here a little early. That's the miss you want. No, it's not the miss you want to avoid. That's the result you want to avoid, is being there deep too. So you have to pitch out for a bogey, I think.
Okay.
Juicing it long. That's like 55 feet deep. That's a great pull from Caleb there. I was not expecting that.
Oh, Andrew. Letting all the hard work go.
Yeah, he's trying to get up and down here. This will be for a bogey look. He stays close on the green, and he'll manage to do that.
All right, long look. It's in his wheelhouse, though.
As you start walking down the fairway here, you just kind of let your readiness for rest kind of take over, and you just get lackadaisical. So
you can see the parking lot off to the right. You can see your car. You're just wanting to get there.
The end is near. Good forehand. You missed the tree.
Oh
yeah.
Saucy. Oh, forehand guy.
At this point, Caleb just recognized how far he was from the basket. Andrew's like, you know what? I don't want to wait. So he jumps up, takes a putt. Good closeout. So finishing with 6 down on the round, 2 under. He is our leader as of the end of round 2. Very few people are even have a remote chance of trying to catch up. Being under par between one round at long and shorts is awesome, especially for MA1. So
Yeah, I think at that point I was comparing his score with that. What an incredible birdie putt!
let's run that one back.
Yeah.
Do I have that one on repeat? Let's see. Oh my gosh, that's a good confident look there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What a step putt.
A straddle, little jumper, just letting the whole body follow through on the line he wants.
Let's
Good putt.
go.
Yeah, little camera out of focus, but yeah, we're just cleaning up here, and that is going to wrap up our round 2. We have a little shake up here on the card. We've got Andrew and Caleb sticking around for sure. I don't know if Blake's 6-over finish is going to place him on lead card, but it's definitely a 4-under for the round. Great result. I think we have a few other players that had similar rounds as well. And chase card, good putt there for par. Lance, it was great to watch you play. Great game. 5-over, not quite gonna put you in contention, but good finish. Good finish to somewhat of a rough round. And that's it.
That is it. Thanks for tuning in. Watch round 1 if you haven't watched it prior, or the front 9. Hop on over to round 3 after this. If you're in the mood for watching more disc golf, you should be.
Please
do. But thanks again for tuning in, and thanks for Peyton and PLD Disc Golf for getting out there and filming and inviting you back to the commentary booth.
Of course. And yeah, once again, you guys subscribe, check out the giveaway details for this weekend's coverage in the details below, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out.